So you want to know what mistakes not to make for your 2021 baby registry. Let's get into it. Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about everything you should not be putting on your registry in 2021. So this is just from my experience. This isn't anything personal, like you're welcome to put whatever you want on your registry, but this is just what I learned from mine, and you should learn from my mistakes because now I'm going on baby number 2. So in no particular order, let's start with the first one. No baby towels. So for me, baby towels is like one of those things that's a waste of money. I feel like it's kind of just like, do you really need it? I found them getting really dingy in the wash after like the second wash, so I just stood away from baby towels. And if you're dying to have one, I would say put one on your registry, but they're cute for pictures and everything, but I just personally wouldn't put one on my registry. The second thing is do not put baby clothes on your registry. So the reason why I say don't put baby clothes, and this is kind of hit or miss. So on my registry, actually for this baby, I have pajamas, which is fine because I've had experience with those pajamas. And that's something I want to talk about also. If you have experience with something and you know you liked it for your first baby, then yes, put it on your registry because you're probably gonna like it for your second baby. But if this is your first baby, I would not suggest putting clothes because that's just a fallback of what people like to buy. Because baby clothes are always so cute, you know, people want to buy that. So it might decrease your chances of like, you know, getting something that's a higher ticket item. So I would just say hold off on the baby clothes and put stuff on your registry that you really, really want. The next thing I would say is no swaddles, or if you are gonna pick a swaddle, then do one of each. So maybe do a Velcro one and then do a like wrap style of a swaddle, but don't put like several of the same thing because you never know what kind of swaddle your baby's gonna like or if they're gonna like a swaddle at all, and that's sometimes a waste of money and you might not even end up using it. The next thing is no bottle sets. So while I was pregnant with my first daughter, well, with my first baby, I had a couple bottle sets on there, and then I realized like I'm not even gonna be using that type of bottle. You really end up doing your own research and you figure out what kind of bottles that you want to use for your baby, and you might, you know, be breastfeeding more than you even think you'll be bottle feeding, which was my case. Steer away from bottle sets and figure out, you know, what kind of bottles you actually will like and what type of nipple your baby's actually going to drink out of, because you might put a whole bunch of bottles in there and then you might end up with 15 different bottles. My next tip is to stay away from putting baby formula on your registry. I've actually seen this, a couple moms do this, is put baby formula on the registry. This is something, again, I would really try to wait on just because you don't know what kind of allergies your baby's gonna have. You don't know if you're even wanna do formula or what type of formula, and if people are gonna buy you that type of formula. So I would say really hold off on formula because you really should do your research with your doctor. They might tell you it has to be an iron formula and your baby needs this or that. So really hold off and get the green light from your doctor until they tell you what type of formula is gonna be best for your baby. Not be putting on your registry is a changing station. Now the reason why I say this is because with your first baby, you might go to a changing station to change your baby, but most likely you're gonna be changing your baby on the floor, on the bed, like anywhere you can find pretty much. And I just found that a changing station is kind of a waste of money, a waste of space. So really, maybe find like a folding changing mat that you can put on there. That's a great alternative because a changing station, like I said, is just too big. They cost a lot of money. Think about how you would want to do things like functionally rather than like how cute and aesthetic things that you see are on Pinterest and things like that. The next thing is do not put a whole bunch of washcloths on your registry just because you're gonna get so many washcloths and you just do not need, you're not bathing your newborn that much. They're not that dirty. All they're doing is probably having blowouts and you're just gonna rinse them off or something like that in the shower, and it's that simple, but you're not really scrubbing them up. Like right now, I would say with my toddler, I'm actually physically like scrubbing her because she's in the sand, she's in the dirt. But with a newborn, you really don't need to scrub them like that. So one pack of washcloths should be enough. You don't need a whole bunch. The next thing I would say is do not put healthcare sets on your registry. So this is like those little bundles that are like nail clippers, a brush, a comb, like they're like these little bundles that you get from Target. And they're really like easy for guests to pick up for a registry, but I would just say take those off your registry because you only really end up using one thing in there. It's usually like the brush or the nail clippers, but I would say out of that whole set, put whatever you really need on your registry, because what are you gonna do with the rest of those? I ended up having like so many different types of lotions, all of that. So just stick to what you're really gonna need. If you need nail clippers, pick a specific type that you're looking at and put that on your registry. Next is, do not put Highchairs on your registry. You're having a newborn, you're not having a 7-month-old. So stick to what you're gonna need in the beginning. That's what's gonna be most helpful for you, trust me. So you're not gonna need a Highchair in the beginning, and most likely Highchairs are kind of pricey, so you wanna stick to some things that are gonna be budget friendly for your guests as well. And if it's something that's a higher ticket item that you know you're gonna want, then just stick to that and buy it for yourself if you really want to. But Highchairs is not something that you're gonna need immediately, so I would say hold off on the Highchairs and put things, like I keep saying, on your registry that you're going to need immediately. Another important thing is, like I've been saying in this video, is do not put multiples on your registry. So don't put multiple bottle sets, don't put multiple bottles, don't put just multiples in general. Like I've seen people put multiple strollers on there, and then you end up with 2 strollers, 2 car seats, and you don't really know what to get. Do not put multiples on there, because you're going to get too many things and you're not going to have receipts for things, and people are just going to be giving you stuff and you're not going to know what to do with it. Lastly, something that I wanted to add is receipts. So maybe on your invitation or something like that, if you could put like, stick your receipt to your item or something like that, because with my baby shower I had a whole bunch of items that were just like free for all. I don't know who gave them to me, I don't know where they were from, and you can tell they were just like rushed items because they were super random. Like I was like, I didn't even put that on my registry. Everything from your baby shower, you're probably not gonna even be putting on your registry. I figured a lot of people that come to baby showers, they're not even looking at your registry. They're just going to Target, getting some clothes, getting one of those healthcare sets or diapers and calling it a day, which is great and which we're so thankful for. But that's why I'm telling you guys that you only really want to put things that you're gonna need on your registry, because if you put all of those items that are just easy for people to pick up, you're not gonna get the things that you've been dying for. So stick to the items, like I said. Make sure you tell your guests, you know, receipts, gift receipts. Make that helpful for yourself, because if you wanna exchange something or you end up with 20 packs of size 5 diapers, which I've also seen, you're able to exchange them. But I do think Target takes diapers back if they're unopened without a receipt. So I don't want to give away all my tricks, but I do want to do a second part to this video on everything you should be putting on your registry. So I think that would be very helpful, because when I was pregnant, I know I couldn't really find videos like this. So if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. And with that being said, I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.